Did you know that 1 in 8 Americans has already used a weight loss medication? And that the investment bank Morgan Stanley thinks that by 2035, we'll see 15 times more uptake of these drugs than even today. And I bet you've heard a lot of people on your favorite wellness podcasts say things like,
first thing we started noticing in patients on semaglutide was they were losing a lot of weight, but like half of it was muscle.
While I don't entirely agree with the thesis that these drugs cause muscle loss, and I think a lot of that fear is overblown, there is some really simple stuff you can do to hold on to and even build muscle if you're trying to lose weight, with or without a weight loss drug. This will help you hold on to and build muscle under all circumstances. But if you are using a weight loss drug, I think this stuff's even more important. The number one thing to do to maintain and hold on to muscle under any circumstances, drugs or not, is to stress those muscles by lifting heavy through a full range of motion, fairly close to failure, a couple times a week. It's really not as complicated as it sounds. It just means doing compound movements like overhead presses, squats, and deadlifts, things that train a lot of muscle, kind of like how bodybuilders train to build muscle. Your goal is just to train enough to stimulate muscle. And given that the average person who uses one of these medications isn't super active, just 2 to 3 sessions a week, training your body that way, will help you build and totally hold on to muscle. The second most effective thing you can do to preserve muscle is eat more protein. Your muscles are made out of protein, and when you eat protein, you turn on this little switch in your body called muscle protein synthesis that basically helps you hold on to protein. But because many of these medications make you feel full, it can be hard to eat enough protein, which is filling already. However, it's important to remember that protein is a vital part of your diet no matter what. But if you want to lose body fat specifically while holding on to muscle, it has to be your number one focus. And the last thing that seems to really help preserve muscle when you're in a deficit, not eating enough food, is simply rest. Like, sleep. All of this to say that whether you like it or not, a lot of Americans are going to use these medications to help them lose weight. We live in an obesogenic environment surrounded by engineered foods that are extremely enjoyable and rewarding. And it's made it very difficult for people to maintain a healthy weight. Now they have a medication that makes it a little bit easier. But to make sure that you don't lose muscle, whether or not that fear is overblown, engaging in a few days a week of resistance training, eating some protein, and getting good sleep will help a ton, with or without the medications, even if you don't have a weight loss goal. So if I were gonna use one of these medications, or if I just wanted to lose weight the old-fashioned way, I would always prioritize training with resistance, eating adequate protein, and getting my sleep. That helps you hold on to and build muscle, which is always good, no matter what you weigh.